Hey, babe.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Oh, we're back again. Episode number 6. I can't believe it. Number 6, which is wild. It seems like we haven't done 6 episodes, but well, I feel like maybe we did I don't know. It feels like we did like one or two and then like took a break.
Yeah,
And so then
yeah.
we've just recently like done a few like in a row. So it feels like maybe not 6, but it is number 6.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm happy that we finally are doing it and we've gotten like on the frequency. This it kind of like feels good and low key. Like I look forward to our recording days.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm looking forward every time to see what's going to come out of this magic lamp.
we
Empty.
we need to get ready to start putting some more topics in there because I feel like even though we've only done it with what like a
There's a
few
lot of
episodes.
topics in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
You want to pick one this time and I'll shake it? Shaking it. I don't really think that actually shakes them up very much. So there's a lot in there. Now you pull one.
let's say I was gonna get like some tongs or something for this.
Yeah, but it's okay. Let's see what the lamp tells us to. Oh boy. Tells us today.
Okay. What you got for us today? You got something for me, bitch?
3 hours later.
Fucking origami.
You folded it.
I know I did. This is really good.
Oh boy.
It is. Self-love in your self-love journey.
Oh, she's trying to be like serious on the podcast today.
These are just the topics, girl. You don't want
I
to do this
know.
for
That's
us?
fine. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so self-love, this is very much like a new thing for me because I feel like I've never like warned myself that or any space. And now that it's like I know that I'm deserving of it, trying to figure out what self-love feels like to yourself is very much like a unique journey, and at least it has been for me. Things that I notice that I do enjoy are like I'm becoming at peace with like a long time, like really appreciating it. Lots of
She got
self
that from
care.
me.
No, I did. I really did get that from you.
I love being
Um,
alone. That sounds mean.
and um, I enjoy a pedicure, just like doing these things like for myself, give myself a pedicure or like a facial and having me a glass of wine and something else I feel like what dragging to build my own self-care in a way.
So
Um,
like more typical, like more like self-care in the way of like when people hear self-care, they think of like spa days and stuff like that. So
no,
that's what I'm saying. Like most of the time when people talk about self-care, I feel like that's one of the first things people will think about, like going to get a massage.
well, it kind of started that way, I think, for me. It kind of started that way, just kind of like I felt like it was more in the beginning, like I would go get a pedicure, or let's say something like that, right? I would get a pedicure just because I felt that it was me grooming myself. Like I had to go get it. But then to like, I'm not gonna spend money to do this. I'm actually gonna do it myself. I want to be gentle with myself as I do it, take my time and think even because now it's like this thing where it's like I know what I'm doing and I'm not following like a step or a process. I'm really just relaxed. I'm to myself. I got my favorite show on. I'm not doing any like heavy critical thinking. I really feel like my mind is at ease and I'm doing something good for myself, for my body, like taking care of it. I'm grooming myself, catering to myself. Um, like you carry a lot of like stress and pressure like in your feet and stuff like that, but just like giving that back to myself because hell, nobody, I'm not trying to pay nobody to touch my feet. Plus, my feet are gross. But
Nobody would want to be paid to touch your feet.
you never know, girl. It's a market.
Mm,
It's a market.
it's a small market,
Hey, it's cool. All I'm
and
hearing
it's
is cool.
very deep in the dark web.
And I'll be deep, dark
Speaking
in
of
their
dark
pockets.
webs, those
Yeah,
feet.
girl. My feet aren't well, but anyway,
It's one day.
but no, like it very much like started like that, and then when I found like doing drag and stuff, that was a little bit more, I think, of an emotional self care kind of deal for me because it let me kind of appeal to those like pretty things that society tells us that we can't have or can't participate in. Like, boy, you're not supposed to do this, that, and the other. So it was just like, no, wrong as hell. I make good money, and I want this fucking sparkly ass tube of lip gloss. And guess who's gonna buy it? Me. And what you gonna do? Be mad? You can
Mm,
watch me wear it though. You know what I mean? So it's just very much like I can do that. I can do all of these things for myself. I can. No one can give Perry a greater joy than Perry. So
hmm.
I don't know. I think that those things kind of are some of my versions of self love or self care.
No,
Even
it's
like
self-love was what the
self
topic was.
self love. Yeah, yeah. And it just kind of, I don't know, it kind of like resonates with me like I love little Perry inside of me,
Hmm.
and from like my cooking, those type of things gives me I feel love like when I'm cooking a meal for either myself or somebody else. I know that isn't self love, but just like on a stressful day or having a bad day, I'm like, you know what? Or you even know this, like sometimes I just get into a mode where it's like, I don't know what, but I need to go to the store. I need to get me some random things
Hmm.
and come in this house and I need to cook me a really good meal.
Hmm.
Something about it feels comforting. It's like a hug, you know? So yeah, that's what my journey has been so far, and I love it. And I feel like I'm still like exploring it too. I mean, I feel like I feel like every day I'll be making a little Perry happy here. So that's what that feels like for me.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Great. Let's see.
You such a
Let's
bitch.
see. Self-love for me. Well,
Dirty, dirty, dirty.
I'm obsessed with myself and I masturbate daily, so self-love is perfect. No, self-love. I don't know. Like, I feel like the older that I get, like, the older I get, the less I care about anybody else but myself. And that sounds really not great, but I don't mean it in that way, but I just mean it like I do what I want to do,
Mhm.
um, when I want to do it, and the end. Like that's what it is for me. Um, yeah, literally just doing what I want to do when I want to do it. And like
It's the fact that
I
you have that
love
motivation to say,
self-love. That literally is the joke.
no, I get that. No, I
Self-love.
get that. That's funny. I thought it was very funny.
Um,
No, just kidding.
I really enjoy being alone. Um, I like I enjoy my own company. Um, all of these sound like innuendo for masturbation now that I said that.
Well, you have
I
computers,
really
so
enjoy time alone. I really enjoy my own company. No, but I do. Like I love being alone. Like I could literally just be alone all day long, with my Dateline on and with the boys and just like laying down. I just that's what it is to me. Like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to go out. I don't want to go. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be home by myself. I just want to be at home. The older I get, the more of like a homebody I am becoming, and the more like what's happening outside of the house is becoming less and less interesting to me, and also less and less like something that I want to do. Um, and like I don't know, people are gross. They're everywhere. COVID is everywhere. Like people are mean and rude and don't know how to drive and don't know how to be nice and it's just exhausting and I just don't care anymore. Like I'd rather just get everything delivered to the house, go to the gym, go outside, like go outside somewhere that's actually outside and then be at home. That's what it is for me. And just being able to be like, no, this is what I'm doing and deal with it. or don't deal
Mhm.
with it. I don't care because it's what I'm doing. Being able to be like that is a huge part of it for me, just because like for like so long I wasn't like that. And like for so long it was just always like, well, what do I have to do for somebody else? What do I have to do for somebody else? What do I have to do for somebody else? So I still do that a lot, but also like I am just taking more time to be like even you sometimes you'll be like, oh, do you want to do this tonight? We're like, no.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
And it's like part of me is like working on not being like upset if you're upset, right? Or like, and not just you, but just like being okay with whatever the other person's response is to my decision. Because I think a lot of times it'll be like, no, I don't want to do that tonight. And then the other person is like, oh man, I really wanted to do it, whatever. And then it makes me, the person, be like, oh man, now I feel bad. So I guess I'll do it even though I don't want to,
Mm.
because this person feels badly about it or their
Sure.
response is sad. And so just kind of getting to the point where it's like, I'm doing this. I don't want to do that. And that made you upset. Okay, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously like exceptions to that. Like, I'm not saying like just be a dick and be like, I'm doing this and I don't care what you think. But it's like sometimes you do have to be like that. Like sometimes you can't like let other people like dictate what it is that you want to do if you don't want to do something,
Sure.
you know? And so for me, I think it's just that. Just that's what my self-love is. And I guess, well, I guess going to the gym, that's like, I guess, a huge part of self-love. Like I've really been going to the gym a lot. Um, it's been 4 months now straight, pretty much, that I've been going to the gym. Um, and so it's like one of my favorite times of the day, and I love being there. And I don't know. I guess that is like a part of it because I'm finally like loving my body more, or just loving how I feel and all of that. So I don't know. I was gonna say like all of that sounds very like conceited, but it is self-love. So it's okay to be like conceited, or it's okay to think about yourself. I think a lot of times it's like this thing where people are like, oh, they say that all the time, or like, oh, you need self-care, or you need self this, or you need self this. But make sure that it's at the convenience of everybody else around you, because you don't want to upset anyone, or you need to make sure that everyone else is taken care of first before you can have your self-care or your self-love. I feel like that's a lot of like what's underneath this whole like everyone saying like self-care day, love yourself, take care of yourself, do what you want. And it's like, okay, that's cool. But then when you actually do it, then there's like all these stipulations that you like have to do it a certain way or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's like, as long as you're a good person and you're being kind to like other people and you're not like being a dick about it, like do what you want to do and do it when you want to do it and decide for yourself. I guess that's the big part, is like decide for yourself. Don't let someone else, their feelings or their response to what you're deciding to do, don't let that like dictate if you're going to change your mind or something, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm rambling, but I know what I'm trying to say.
Said a lot.
Whoa,
You have.
you've said a lot. You've said a lot. But yeah, I guess that is what it is for me. And that's what I would want it to be for everyone. Like, just do what you want, like what you want, listen to what you want to listen to, watch what you want to watch, do what you want to do, wear what you want to wear, whatever it is that makes you feel happy or that makes you feel better about your life or better about who you are or any of that. That's what that is. And I think a lot of times people do like put it all into this bucket of like, oh, self-care day, let's go get our nails done, let's go get a massage. Like that isn't the only thing that you can do for self-care.
Sure.
Like there's so much more than that, and self-care isn't just that one thing like at all. Literally us doing this is self-care, or literally us watching Drag Race, or me watching Dateline, or me going to the gym, or you doing drag. Like all those things are self-care. It's things that make you feel better about yourself and make you happy and make you feel fulfilled
Well,
outside of like,
I feel like the time, like, well, for one, I feel like we kind of used two different concepts interchangeably because we're saying like self-love and self-care. I think that those are two kind of like mutually exclusive things a bit.
I never have understood that phrase.
Well, I guess.
People say that a lot, and I feel kind of dumb when
Well,
they say those two things aren't mutually exclusive. I don't understand what that means.
so that means that this is this thing and this is this thing. And if they are or they aren't, there's no kind of like.
But I don't understand how those two words work together. Mutually exclusive, because mutually is
Mutually,
together
Mhm.
and exclusive is by itself.
It can be together. Mutually, each of these things, but they're kind of like this equal thing right there, but they're not. I mean, they're equivalent. but exclusive.
This isn't
So,
helping.
this is a thing. This is a thing. They're together, their own thing.
But then why mutually? Why the word mutually? Because doesn't that mean together?
Okay, we can move on.
You just said it, and it's just something that I just literally have never understood.
Yeah,
So everyone else feels stupid with me if you don't understand that.
So essentially, I just kind of feel like self-love is, I think, a little bit more of maybe that one's a little bit more
Deeper.
yeah, a little bit more nuanced.
Yeah, and it kind of just spilled out into self-care.
Well,
But self-care is ways to show self.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So I think that
It's also like buzzwords too. You know,
is it though?
self-care.
Or is it like a new
Self-care.
level
I need a
of
s-
enlightenment?
I need a self-care day. I need
I
a
don't think
mental
it's
health
necessary-
day.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not like, I'm not saying that, these types of, excuse me, new age concepts or whatever are like buzzwords or aren't buzzwords or whatever, but I definitely feel like it comes along with like another.
Oh my gosh, she drunk.
No, it's not. It comes with like another found level of just like consciousness or just like awareness, being like Perry is trying to love Perry, as opposed to Perry is doing this thing to just care for Perry, like just care for my livelihood. It's a little bit more just kind of like I think self-love takes a lot more like introspective work type of deal, just to be like unpacking. It's like kind of like shadow work, I think, a bit. Like to be like, unpacking these things that were like stigmas placed upon you or the type of person and that people will
Yeah.
say that you
I feel
are.
like that's kind of becoming a little bit of a buzzword too lately.
Stigma?
Shadow work.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just feel like it's becoming one of those, like, it's important and it's not diminishing what it means, but I just feel like it's one of those things
You
that's
just hear it a
slowly
lot.
becoming, oh, girl, you doing shadow work? Okay, girl. Like one of those things, like when people are like, it just gives very like, sorry, don't blame me. I'm a Scorpio. It's my sign. And then it's like, sorry, this part of my shadow work. I'm not diminishing the shadow work or what it means, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like I feel like that is slowly becoming one of those words where it's like people just use it
Mhm.
without really like understanding what it is,
Mhm.
or they use it as like, I mean, it's the same way that I don't know if you noticed this, but I've seen posts about this, how like everybody that's bad in your life throughout the history of your life, everyone is not a narcissist. That's just the word that everyone now is using to label every single person that's been bad in their life. Every ex, every whatever, everyone's a narcissist, because that's the word that apparently we all now have learned what it means. And so I feel like it's getting overused without actually understanding, like, is this person actually a narcissist? And so I feel like it's kind of that kind of same type of thing. Like shadow work can be like, no, you just said the word and it made me think of it.
Okay, so we diverted. Anywho, back to my story and piece of the conversation. Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Okay, everyone. Well,
Alright, I quit. I'm not gonna be messy.
you have been already, so guess that's
I'm a mess.
yeah. There she is. There's the mess we know.
But
You're that
no,
girl I knew you were.
legit, like I just kind of feel like self-love definitely feels like someone that is, or at least like an individual that is really trying to just hone in on acknowledging what what unconditional love feels like to themselves, whether that is them giving it to themselves, or we're talking about self-love. Yeah. Well, one, just identifying like what feels like love and developing ways to return that to yourself. Like that could be you buying yourself this pretty thing because you've never been able to. It could also be it could also be, you waking up every morning and the first thing that you do as you're brushing your teeth is telling yourself like you're handsome, you're beautiful, you are intelligent, you're kind, because maybe people that aren't living your life don't see you that way, but you know who you are. So just kind of reassuring yourself and being, like you say, like kinder to yourself, like you know what love feels like, so figure out a way to give some to yourself. So, I was just saying that I think we each kind of used self-love and self-care kind of interchangeably, but I definitely think they're like mutually exclusive as well. I'm saying, like, sorry, I think that they are each their own thing.
See, so why can't we just say that? I just never understood that phrase.
It's okay.
And I don't appreciate when other people use it.
Whoa.
If I don't understand what you're saying, don't say it.
That's shitty and stupid.
Well, that's me. Shitty and stupid.
Stupid. No.
That's me, girl.
Ugh.
That's me.
Anywho. Well,
But yeah,
those-
honestly,
those-
I mean, honestly, it's just like, just do what makes you happy. Figure that out first.
Yeah, legit.
Figure out what makes you happy.
This is where that shadow work comes into play. You
And
said it feels a little buzzword, but this is what that is. That's exactly what it is. And I completely understand what you're saying too when it comes to like people being like, oh, don't be shadow work. Oh. Like, okay, girl. But
yeah,
are you though?
that's what I said.
I literally just agree with you.
So yeah, it's just like you have to figure it out what makes you happy. Then you have to figure out like if there's anything that like stopped you from doing that
Yeah,
before, and then just like
I'll stand out.
say fuck it to all
Yeah.
those people,
Yeah, it literally.
and then do your own thing.
Let's do another topic. Would you be down?
I think maybe for like another episode. I don't want to make the episodes too long
Too long.
because I don't like listening to really long podcasts, and if I have to like keep going back to it, sometimes I'll forget. Then it'll be like days before I get back to it.
Yeah,
So like
and you end up just not finishing it.
exactly.
No, I feel that. Is there anything else you'd like to add to self-love?
I love myself, and if you don't love me, I don't care.
Yeah. I'd like to
Self-love.
say- I I love myself.
That didn't sound very convincing.
Loving yourself.
Love myself.
Loving yourself is a daily effort, and
That's true.
it takes literally like act by act. Like it takes an act by act kind of like evaluation. Like, am I doing this in efforts to show myself love? Am I doing this and it's gonna like inadvertently harm me, or as I'm taking another shot?
Oh, girl, no one knew that, and no one was asking for that information.
I'll get me some wine right here, and I love me too. And it's good.
Cut to
Oh, nobody knows the trouble I see. 100 bottles of beer on the wall, 100 bottles of beer. But no, like what I was saying though,
this is a call for help.
loving yourself definitely is. It's a day by day thing. Some days you don't love yourself.
Yeah,
as
totally.
fully,
Or at all.
or at all. Sometimes,
And that's fine.
But it is very much worth it to continuously explore explore.
You have some exploring to do.
Yeah, some exploring to do. I do got some more exploring to do, actually.
The rest of that wine bottle.
Hello, I'm about to explore the rest of this wine bottle. You're so stupid. But like legit, I don't know. If I'm being real, I think my biggest tool has been my drag. That's been really kind of like helping me love me a little bit more because I feel like it's been really lowering those kind of stigmas along all of these things that can essentially bring you joy because we're being told that this is for who and who it's not for who something's for and who something isn't for. But like I feel like that's definitely been like my tool to help me love me a little bit more. And I ain't telling you all to go and become, wild drag queens because that's not for everybody. And half of you, nope. I almost told my vibration.
I'll go lower for her.
No, I'll take the
All of you bitches are ugly,
No,
and none of you can do what she does.
Say
That's
that.
not what she said.
No,
And it is what she thinks. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I'm really sweet.
We don't even know any of you well enough to even care if you're ugly or not.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No.
See, the brand needs to start
Self-love. Self-love.
Self-love, and we're out.
I hope you can love yourself because nobody else will.
Oh no! Well, low key, if you don't love yourself,
No,
how the hell you gonna
we
love
need
somebody?
we need like a bad therapist lines. Like if it to your therapist and they were like, self-love is really important. And you're like, yeah, I know. I don't know how to do it. Well, you need to figure it out because you don't love yourself and no one else does. So you're the only one you have.
That therapist deserves.
That's $200, please.
Damn.
Thank you. And also, those dreams that you have,
Yo, I don't even know what this is. Just believe it.
they're out of reach for you. They're
Oh,
out of reach for
Tommy,
you.
damn, Tommy, you're a little
Aim lower.
Yeah.
The real therapist.
Damn. A cynical asshole that's like just stepping.
Your life is not going to get better.
Oh, that's terrible.
So we can pretend.
This is a shitty ass.
It's like that restaurant. Have you seen that restaurant where they go and it's like purposely rude? Like the people are purposely rude. It's like that kind of.
Well, there was a place like that. I think it was called like Ed DeBevitt's in Chicago.
Yeah, but were they purposely rude or they were just all rude?
No, no, they were.
That's
like
not the theme of the
purposely
restaurant.
rude.
It
Yeah,
became the theme.
Yeah. But no, it was like that, and it was like it's very kind of like soda jerk, soda pops, or what is it? Soda jerk, like right when you go to like back in the day, like the 60s and shit.
A soda jerk?
Is that what they call it?
What's a soda jerk?
The person that works behind the counter that.
I've never heard that.
Video.
Jerk?
Yes. Look it up. Look it up.
Okay.
Anyway, it's like an old
computing
type of like situation or whatever. And
like a soda shop or something, like an old school soda shop.
So you do know what I'm talking about.
I know what a soda shop is. I've never heard of a soda jerk. I've never heard those two things together.
Soda jerk? I've definitely, they literally just said it on Golden Girls the other day.
I've literally never heard that, girl.
Comment below if you heard a soda joke.
Comment below on what?
All the things.
Comment below on wherever you're looking at this or listening to it. If you're listening to this in your car, comment out loud.
Yeah.
And we'll hear it.
Yeah, we will. I have really good ears.
That's so Raven.
It's that bitch I can't see. You're a bitch.
All right, everyone. Just love yourself. Fuck everyone else. Do what you want to do. Love yourself.
Say fuck it.
Well, that's an option.
Just love you more.
Love you. Because we love you.
Yeah, we do love you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.